What if everything you think you know about money is just an illusion, one that is starting to crack? Today, we're cutting through the noise with a raw, on-the-ground perspective. The message is simple. Gold is not an investment. It is money, a new global system being built around it right now. This is what you need to know. Let's get one thing clear from the start. Gold is money, straight up. It is not a speculative asset. Why? Because it has a 5,000-year history of consistency. Fiat currency, on the other hand, is a promise by a government backed by nothing. Every single attempt at purely fiat currency in history has failed long term. There is a fundamental difference between something created by man and something created by nature. So let's look at the numbers. In 1971, 1 ounce of gold was equal to about $35. That same dollar purchasing power today is lost 93% of its value against gold. The gold is a shadow of what it was. It is only worth something because of a political and military system, and that system has limits. To understand where we're going, you have to understand how we got here. In 1971, President Nixon made a world-changing decision. The U.S. was facing rising costs from the Vietnam War, and there was not enough gold to back all of the dollars being printed. So Nixon temporarily removed the dollar from the gold standard. That was over 50 years ago. Inflation exploded. But the real game changer came a few years later. Henry Kissinger, the Secretary of State, negotiated a secret deal with OPEC. The deal was simple. The U.S. would provide military protection for key oil-producing nations, and in return, they would only accept U.S. dollar for their oil. This is the birth of the petrodollar. The dollar became the global demand tap. Every country needed dollar to buy energy. It's genius. And this worked for a long time. A flood of global money came back to America, buying up our debt and assets. This allowed for decades of low interest rates and easy credit. Americans could borrow cheaply for cars, houses, and credit cards. But this created what I call the illusion of wealth. Your house on a 30-year mortgage? You don't own it. The bank does. It's a liability. Most of our wealth is borrowed. And in many parts of the world, people really own their assets. They might borrow for 1, 3, maybe 7 years maximum, but not a lifetime. The entire American economy has flourished on this illusion of debt. And that debt is now over $39 trillion with no way to pay it back. I'm not just studying this from a screen. I'm seeing this firsthand. I'm traveling throughout Asia and Africa, Europe, and I'm seeing it. There is a massive shift happening right now, and it's centered on 3 major cracks in the dollar system. Crack number 1, the BRICS unit. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa now represent over 100 nations. They are actively creating a parallel system to escape dollar dependency. They form something called the unit. This is a digital trade settlement asset designed specifically for governments. Here is the key. It's 40% backed by physical gold and 60% backed by the members' nation currencies. Touch of fiat, touch of gold. This gives them a gold-backed way to trade, bypass U.S. sanctions, and reduce their exposure to a weakening dollar. This isn't just talk. Nations are lining up. Crack number 2, the payment rails. You know the SWIFT banking networks that the U.S. have weaponized to enforce sanctions? Monopoly is ending. A new central bank digital currency network led by China with a platform called Project M-Bridge. It's live now. It connects China, Hong Kong, Thailand, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and other nations on a shared platform that completely bypasses SWIFT. It's new. but transaction volumes has already surpassed $55 billion. It is a parallel settlement rail that will only grow. Crack number 3, global de-dollarization in plain sight. Central banks are buying physical gold at a record pace. They know where this is going. Meanwhile, the U.S. closest allies and biggest debt holders are heading for the exits. Japan is a massive holder of U.S. debt and they've been selling. Saudi Arabia has been cutting oil deals in non-dollar currencies and reducing their U.S. Treasury holdings. Even Canada has been selling off their U.S. debts. Foreign ownership of U.S. debt has plummeted from 70% to 58%. And as they sell, the deficit will explode even further, accelerating the dollar decline. So what does this mean for you? The value of the dollar is going to decrease further, and the process is accelerating. The government won't collapse overnight, but a fundamental shift is on its way. The preparation is not to borrow more to chase the illusion of wealth. That will make you worse off. You have to prepare your family for this future. There are opportunities to align yourself with real assets. We can only see the truth happening right in front of us, or we can choose to believe the lies and stay comfortable. The choice is yours. You've been listening to Chuck Williams from Bridgepath Capital. If this message resonates with you, share it. It's time to wake up.